What's up guys, my name is unCAGEDgamez. Welcome back to another Injustice 2 video. Today I got a lot of news I gotta talk to you guys about. My boy Derek Kirtzic just did an interview with PlayStation Access talking about 7 things that you guys need to know about the gear system. They go into new details about the gear system, but in the interview they also talk about some other things. So I'm gonna go through the 10 things I found interesting about the interview. First thing is each character is gonna have 3 loadouts. So if you guys don't know, in the beta there was 3 loadouts you can have for a character. Loadouts pretty much meaning like 3 different classes for your character. So if you want to change up your gear for Batman to make him more offensive, make him do more damage, then that could be one of your loadouts. Another loadout could be Batman has a lot of defense. So in the beginning of the game, each character will have 3 loadouts, but you will unlock more loadout slots the more you play. So I'm guessing you can go up to maybe like 5 loadouts, if anything, maybe more, but right now you start off with 3 at the beginning and you unlock more loadouts down the line. The next thing is gear recommendations. So a lot of people have been saying when I played the beta, yo, what kind of gear is that? How do I get that gear? After your fight, you can go to the hero card and check out all the gear that your opponent had, and it shows all their stats. They cannot hide anything from you. You pretty much can write down all the stats they have and try to go find that gear. You're not going to be able to purchase that gear right off that screen, but at least you know what gear they have, and then you have an idea on what gear you want. Now no one can be like, I'm not telling you what gear I have. Well, guess what? You can find out after the fight. A really big thing they went into in the interview was Premier character shaders. If you guys don't remember, they talked about how Supergirl has a shader that makes her to Power Girl. Well, in the interview, Derek said that there is a bunch.
You'll get a different shader, so you could change Supergirl into like Power Girl, and it'll still have those stats and everything like that on it, and it's actually completely changing the character's look. And there may be a bunch of those. I don't know. I do know, and there is a bunch of those.
We're not just getting Power Girl for Supergirl. We're not just getting John Stewart for Hal Jordan Green Lantern. We're not just getting Reverse Flash for the Flash. Those are 3 DLC shaders, but we're getting a bunch of them in the main game itself, and that is awesome to hear. I'm really excited to see who gets a shader, who doesn't. I don't think every character is going to get a shader, but a good majority of them will get them, and I can't wait to see what kind of possibilities we're going to get for character shaders or premier shaders. The next thing they talked about in the interview was holiday events are coming back. If you guys don't remember, they did holiday events for Mortal Kombat X, and I believe they did it for Injustice 1, where you can get like special like cards and like icons for your profile. The holiday events are coming back for Injustice 2. Now they didn't give us too much detail about what the holiday events are in the interview, but if I had to take a guess, we're probably going to get more of those icons and profile pictures for our accounts for Injustice 2. If that's not the case, then maybe special shaders, or they give us like free like loot chest for that day or something. That's just ideas. If you guys have a better idea, leave it down below. This next thing they talked about is pretty interesting, and I don't know how many of you guys know this, but you can have set bonuses for completing your character gear set. So let's say that you have a Batman character and you have all your Batman with Batman Beyond gear, then you get a set bonus for having the complete Batman Beyond set. Maybe that means more credits, maybe it means like all the above, more credits, more stats for your gear. I'm not sure. Now this next thing they talked about was really cool. They said that you can re-roll your gear to get a different variation of your gear. Now, if I heard this correctly, if you get a gear piece, if you unlock a gear piece from a battle, from a fight, and it's a really cool looking gear piece, but the stats don't really match your playstyle. So let's say the gear has high defense, but you really want more like damage for your character. Apparently you can re-roll that gear to get that same piece, but different stats. That's what it sounded like in the interview, but I might be wrong, and you can re-roll that gear piece to get a different gear piece. But from what I saw from the interview and what I heard, it sounded like you take your old gear piece that you just unlocked, re-roll it to get that same looking gear piece but different stats. And if that's the case, that's pretty cool, because maybe I don't want, you know, ability, I want more defense. So now you can do that and keep your sick looking gear, because I know in the beta there was some gear that looked really awesome but the stats were just baloney. So now you can re-roll it to get better stats for your gear pieces. This next thing they talked about in the interview is nothing too crazy, but I felt like mentioning it in the video for some of you guys that don't know. If you go online, player versus player match, you will get matched up with people in your same level, not character level. So there's 2 different levels in Injustice 2. There's your character level, which means how much you played with that character. So you could be playing with like Superman for a long time and your Superman is like level 15, and someone that just started playing the game, their Superman is level 1. But everybody has their own individual profile level, so you will get matched up with people in your same profile level or someone near your profile level. You're not going to get matched up with like a level 20 Black Canary if you're like a level 1 Black Canary. But for ranked, I think it's random, so you just go on a ranked and just find someone to fight, and your gear will not work in ranked. Your gear will still be on your character. You can see your gear, just the stats won't apply to your character, so it will just be a default character versus character. The next thing I want to talk about from this interview is the chest opening system. So yes, there is a box opening in Injustice 2. If you guys don't know, there is a chest opening in the mobile Injustice 2, so I should have saw this coming. From what they said, there's different types of chests you can open. There's the commons, there's the rares, there's the legendaries. I'm gonna call it legendary. I don't care if it's called epic. Netherrealm, change it to legendary. Legendary sounds way better. But you can open these chests with the credits you earn from the game, and you can earn credits from the game by just playing the game. I'm just gonna take a guess here, and I'm pretty sure that the commons are gonna be like dirt cheap. The rares are gonna be a little bit more expensive. Legendaries are probably gonna cost like an arm and a leg. You know, you can have a chance to unlock the legendaries in the other crates, but the chances of you getting them is probably lower. So if you get a legendary chest, it'll probably be like your chances are 10 out of like 20. But if you buy a common chest, it'll probably be like a 1 out of 20 chance of you getting a legendary gear. So that's how I feel like it's gonna work. So the real question is, do you want to save your money and buy the legendary chest, or do you want to just spend what you have to buy the common chest and hope you get the legendary gear piece? That is the true question. A good thing they did say is if you get duplicate gear, which you can get duplicates, you can sell the duplicate gears to get more credits, and then you can buy more chests. Now, I already know what you guys are gonna say. Credits, opening chests with the credits, microtransaction, let's go riot. No, guys, take it easy. They actually addressed the microtransaction in the interview, which I'm super surprised about. Derek took this question like a man, and he said straight up, microtransactions are not a thing in Injustice 2. You cannot buy chests. You cannot buy credits. The only way you can get chest and the gear pieces is just straight up grindage. You play the game, you get credits, you unlock chest, you get gear. You cannot buy your gear, you cannot buy your chest with real life money, which is awesome. People were so worried about microtransactions, and you know what? Ed Boon said this from like day one. Microtransactions were not going to be a thing, but people were flipping out. I'm like, you know what? Let's just wait. And if my boy Derek says microtransaction is not a thing, I believe it. And let's not worry about pay to win, because if you want to be the very best in Injustice 2, you got to grind, or you just got to be really good at the game. Either way, you cannot buy gear. And the final thing from this interview that I learned, which I think is the most important thing from the interview, is Derek Kirtzic is banned from breakdancing at Netherrealm Studios because he broke his leg. Yo, that is that's pretty messed up, Netherrealm. Why you banning my boy Derek from breakdancing? Come on. But those were the 10 things I found interesting about the interview that Derek Kirtzic did with PlayStation Access. Let me know all your thoughts down below. We talked about a lot of things in this video, so if you guys have your thoughts on a certain topic that I talked about, feel free to leave it down below. I love to read your guys' comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you guys are new. Mine is unCAGEDgamez, and you just got caged.